Well, aloha. It's Friday. And this is Jamie with Jamie Barber Homes. And it's a warm day here in Southern California, just the north of Los Angeles here in the Santa Clarita Valley. Um, you know, interest rates are still down and inventory still low. So if you're considering selling your house, this is still a good time to sell a house. The market is slowing down a little bit on the houses that are in the $1 million and above, but in that sweet range, you know, 900 to 600,000, it's still a pretty hot market. So we've been talking about selling houses, about you selling your house, and we talked about getting an agent, which is important. As you know, if you get an agent, you're more than likely to get more money for your house than if you go it alone. So we've been through that. We went through an overview of the whole process. So now we're getting to a very important part, which is setting a price for your home. All right. When it comes to selling your house, assigning a price to the value of your home is really complicated. You've got a major financial interest in the place. So you've got to think of what you want to do. Buyers think of value, but they're more concerned with the price. And your home's price is one of the most attractive or unattractive features. The right price can attract buyers quickly. The wrong price may mean the house sits on the market, which can create the vibe among buyers that there's something wrong, even though there isn't. So it's your agent's job as the real estate expert, mining his or her expertise and knowledge of the market. That's your job, to determine the best price for your house. But it is your house, and you need to have your own idea of how much your property is worth. And here's how you're going to go about getting it. First, work with your agent. That's crucial. He brings a mix of industry expertise and knowledge of the local market. Understand whether your agent is pricing your home properly. I need you to understand each step that we're about to go through. Use what you learned here, and we'll get you a fair market price. Okay, and you can figure out whether or not your agent's giving you is working on your behalf and getting you to get the fair market price. Okay, so the agent will need to listen to your needs. He'll need to take into account your research and use the knowledge that he has to help you with the best asking price. So first thing you need to do, go to the internet and use the services. Zillow, Redfin, Realtor. You can enter in your address and they can give you an idea of they can estimate what your property is worth right now. Now, they've never seen your property. All they know is what's happening, is what a computer generates through an algorithm of what your property might be worth. So, they're sometimes a little misleading to the buyers and sellers alike with, sometimes less than optimal pricing. Sometimes they jack it up if you're a seller, and sometimes it's low if you're a buyer. So it's a decent starting point, but just remember, that's what your starting point is. Now, what is going to happen is your agent is going to look at similar homes in your neighborhood. We call these comps, comparisons. They are recently sold houses in the area that you're looking at, or in the area that your house is in and willing to sell. And what they do is that when they look at comps, they look at, does it match the age of your house? Is it a location, same location your house is in? Is it the same square footage and the same numbers in bedrooms and bathrooms? Now, what happens is we go through, and usually looking within like 1 mile radius of around your house. And if it's got more bedrooms, then we deduct a little from the price that they're selling it out. If it's more bathrooms, if it's less bedrooms, then we'll add to their price what a bedroom is worth. The square footage, the same thing. We'll look at how much a square foot it is. If it's bigger than your house, we'll take all that into consideration. All right. And then from there, your agent will generate the comps and looking through the multiple listing service to all the houses that are either have sold or on the market in your area. They will size up the competition and make a value of all those homes and then compare it. And that is usually a good idea of where you are and what your house is worth. Now, right now, the housing market is pretty much a seller's market. So the houses have a tendency, because the comparisons, houses are selling for more than what they're on the market for. So these comps have a tendency to be a little higher, and it's driving the market up. So you have to take that into consideration. In a buyer's market, it suppresses the prices a little bit because there's so many buyers and they have so many options on houses to buy. Right now, not a lot of options. So you're in the driver's seat as a seller. And you have to put your feelings aside. This is a business transaction. And you have to remember that. You have to make sure that you have assessed your house's value, not very emotionally. Okay? Set aside your emotional attachment. It's going to make it easier to accept your agent's realistic, clear-eyed calculation. Okay? And remember, it's all relative. You know, it's what the market will bear. And be savvy. You know, you and your agent should be talking price. You know, there's no guarantee a pricing strategy will pay off. Just take your time, look at it, make it work. Okay? So now make sure that if there's two of you in the situation, make sure you guys talk openly about what you expect to get, so that it's not a surprise. You know, write down the pros and cons and just have an open discussion. So let's say you've agreed on a price for the house. What's going to happen next is your realtor is going to put it on the market. And that's what we're going to talk about next week. What we're going to do in preparation for putting your house on the market. All right. Well, I hope that helped you with setting the price of your house. Remember, with your agent, first you should go to Zillow, Realtor.com, Redfin, and work out what the internet thinks that your house is worth. So you've got at least a worth. So you have at least a starting point, and then have your agent and go through all of the comparatives, all the comps, and create a comparative market analysis, a CMA, so we know exactly what you think your house is worth. And then that's what we're going to put it on the market for. All right. Well, this is Jamie from Jamie Barber Homes saying, you know, my music has gone away. It's Aloha Friday. No work till Monday. I'm just putting in my email in the comments so you can get a hold of me if you need to. If you've got any questions, you want to put your house on the market, I'm available. Or if you just want to discuss real estate, or you want to discuss surfing or anything like that, fishing, I'm here. All right. You have a great weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.